Welcome back. We're back after hiatus. It is me, it's Chris, and with me, as always, the original Muscles Marinara himself, Cam. You got your voice back, too. I'm so glad to hear that.
For the most part.
Yeah. Before we get started, though, I got to give my quick shout out to the New York Knicks, who last night had their debut of Emmanuel Mudiay, who, in the words of Ice Cube, messed around, got a double-double. I love this acquisition of him. Like, having him at the 1, Ntilikina at the 2. He's a young guard. You got him under deal for 2 years. You know, a lot of upside. You know, he's just out of Denver. It was a low trade. It was a low risk, high reward trade for me. You know, Doug McDermott for him. So, really great deal. I can't wait to see. They play again tonight, 7 o'clock. I can't wait to see what they do tonight. I love this.
But did they win?
They did not win.
They did not win.
No. So, I mean, honestly, they're tanking. They are tanking now that Porzingis is gone. It's looking like a whole get in the tank. This is one of those old M1 Sherman tanks. But, no, I love it. Like, I really do. Like, it's a good acquisition. He balled out. Like, and what I was listening to was him and Frank. So Frank's from France. 19-year-old kid from France. Mudiay is from, I believe he said he's from the Congo.
Congo.
His parents are from, it was Frank's parents. No, his parents are from Rwanda, I believe. And so he speaks French. So they said they're going to incorporate speaking French on the floor. Now, all they need is Rudy Gobert. You've got 2 guards and a big speaking French on the floor. That's going to be amazing. No, but like he messed around, got a double-double, looked great. And you know the best part? Hasn't even practiced with the team yet. He flew in 2 nights ago.
Okay.
And then just was there for the game. So I love it. I love this signing. I was talking to Matt, and I was like, you know what? Once he hit like that 1-3, I was like, when can I buy my Emmanuel Mudiay jersey? I'll put on my Porzingis and my
Is he restart
Frank.
or is Jared Jack gonna start?
I don't know. I mean, so the thing is Hornacek said that in an interview that he plans on changing the lineup after the All-Star break. To me, why? It's not like the team's contending for anything. I don't know why you're using that as a timeline
And
to
plus you want to take
implement your changes. But he says he's taking away a bunch of the minutes from Jarrett Jack, who, to me, about damn time. Do not tell the New York Knicks right at that. They love Jarrett Jack. They think Jarrett Jack's like Steph Curry. They love him. The Facebook group, though, because like I always follow the Facebook, the Reddit, I follow all the communities.
Of course.
Reddit, super pessimist about the entire team, that Jarrett Jack's like the only shining star. Facebook hates Jarrett Jack, loves Trey Burke, loves Mudiay, loves Frank. I'm with that Facebook. I love the young guys. For you, you got the return of Wade County.
Yep. I really don't care though, because he's washed up.
So bad.
He's washed up, man. Come on.
You gotta admit that those Miami Vice jerseys are sick.
Oh yeah, those things are.
I do you know if you can get them in customs? If you can get them customized, or if you can
I'd
just.
buy one.
I would totally. I was talking to my boss about this. You know what I get? Custom, one of 2, either Shaq or go real retro, Alonzo Mourning. To go with that, like Miami Vice old style.
I'll go with Haslam.
Which one?
Haslam.
Oh, going with Udonis. That's a good one too.
Oh, he's been there forever.
Or Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones was a young scorer from like 2005, 2006. He was great. He was a key part of those teams. But then, along with these trades, you had the Cavs absolutely explode their team.
They did.
It was huge. Do you believe that?
But they still won their game though.
Well, like what I find so crazy with that is it was like a half young build, half build for now.
Right.
You traded for Rodney Hood. He's not young, but he's not old. You traded for George Hale, who's older.
Right.
But then you also got Larry Nance and Jordan Clarkson, 2 young guys.
Yeah, you can build off of.
Yeah, so, I mean, to me it looks like honestly, I think LeBron's going to leave because he's just indicated that. And
You think, but now this is his team.
when is it not his team? Like, when is it his team? The guy always has the team.
Yeah, but he now he's the shirt ball player because there's no more big names on his team anymore.
He wants the big names, though. He wanted the superstars.
He can't win with them though.
He can't. Honestly, at this point, he's not going to win anyway. Like, the Warriors are going to stomp him. Whoever wins the West is winning the title.
Oh yeah.
Because I think the
West is always stronger than the East.
Actually, no. Yes. I think if the Raptors had gotten in on that DeAndre Jordan trade, like I had a couple people telling me that they might do,
right.
that I would have believed. Like if they nabbed DJ, I think they could seriously win the whole thing. Because I think DeRozan is extremely underrated.
Oh yeah.
Another guy I think is extremely underrated, Damian Lillard. I do not think he gets enough credit. I think it's because he plays out in Portland that you don't get a lot of coverage for him.
Right.
If that guy played in like New York, Brooklyn, LA, Dallas, Cleveland. Like if he played in a big city,
yeah, big name.
he'd be like MVP all the time. Like that dude balls out. The Lakers got room for a second max deal now. Any predictions? Who do you think they're going to be going after in 2019?
Could you see LeBron going to LA?
See, a lot of people think they could. I just don't. I don't think Magic Johnson wants to do that. No, I think he wants to go after Klay Thompson. I think that's going to be his number one target. Everyone tells me I'm wrong. I have no problem being wrong. I got that gut feeling. Unless he really wants to go all in on the flashy show and like go back to how it was when like TMZ was outside their door every single day with, oh, what's the soundbite we can get from Nick Young today? And like, oh, look at the Snapchat stories and look at this and look at that. Like I totally would just rather get like, if I'm him, I'd go all in on like Klay and Paul George.
Right, because plus Klay, coming from Golden State, they won't be able to give everyone there a max deal now.
Exactly, and you can try to convince Klay like, you know, your father played here, you've already won your rings, you can get your money, play where your father played. You know, really try to appeal it to him as much as you can.
So someone's leaving from Golden State.
Someone I think is going to. Honestly, I think it'll probably be KD out of any of them. But like, I really think like Klay Thompson doesn't get enough credit on that team because they think he's just like a B+ guy. Right. That guy on any team is a superstar. Oh, yeah. He's the type of guy you want. Quiet. You know, he doesn't cause anything. Just like him and Steph, they're quiet. They don't cause any concerns in the locker room. Nothing like that. They just go out there and they ball out. Like that guy will hit a three in anyone's face with a second left and just look at you like you don't mean a damn thing to me. Like I won the game right over you, you bum. And it's like bum MVP. Nope, doesn't matter. So transitioning to that, let's get into this. So I have had a lot of rumors going around in baseball. So I've been following a lot of these rumors lately. So I wanted to kind of get into these, talk about them a little bit. JD Martinez is the big story I want to talk about, because this is really what's been talking about the Yankees. So there's been a few names over the past few weeks been connected with the Yankees. Robbie Ray, he's a young pitcher. He's still got arbitration. He's with Arizona. Alex Cobb, Jake Arrieta. You know, they could be making a trade for Fulmer. And then Pat Corbin, also of Arizona. So the reason JD Martinez is important is because so far the reason that he hasn't signed is because he's not a big fan of the Red Sox. From everything I can hear, what I've been all the rumblings I've been getting is he doesn't like Boston, but he'll go there if the money's good. Right. But Arizona is trying to cough up the money for him. So if Arizona coughs up the money, they're going to want to cut Cap. Right. So cutting Cap would be taking Corbin off the team, and that could be something that I think the Yankees are looking at. There's some reports. I have a source that was talking to me. This source was the one that got me the news on the Stanton trade a day early. He also was a week ahead on the Aaron Boone signing. He told me, quote, Cobb has been linked to New York. Lynn has not been linked to New York. Jake Arrieta has not been linked to New York. But if the price is right and years drop, don't rule it out. Corbin also makes a lot of sense. Fulmer is still an option. Again, moves can still be made. So just keep an eye out for some of those names. I think Pat Corbin's a name they've really been looking at. I think once this domino falls with Martinez, I think he'll get a better idea. I don't think they're going to trade Corbin if Martinez doesn't sign, but that's just going to be something to look out for because he's looking at a mega deal. He's looking at a deal bigger than Yu Darvish's, which, speaking about Yu Darvish's deal, it is a crazy deal. I mean, I was really surprised he got a 4-year deal from Chicago. Like, all my sources were telling me he was going back to Texas. Yeah. And so, like, he's been going out about the town the past few weeks, just kind of going out with his family. Like, you know how it is. Right. Us, like, I got sources and they follow people around, they stalk them, like everybody does. And it's like one of the pictures he put up on his Instagram was him, and it was like a caption like, "Oh, I'm with my family." Well, in that picture of his family was the strength and conditioning coach of the Texas Rangers. So I figured, like, seeing that and just seeing that the deal hadn't been done yet, I figured that he was going back to Texas. But I was really shocked to see that he went to Chicago. I think it's a great deal for him. It's got a 2-year opt-out. So if he can just stay healthy this year and next year, he can come back into free agency. Mind you, he's going to go back into free agency the year after Harper and Machado. So teams that would strike out on those superstars coming out next year can backload the money to him. And that's exactly the problem with this year is a lot of people are reporting inside that teams don't want to offer big contracts because they're going to try and go all in on this free agency class next season with Harper and Machado headlining it. Right. So it's going to be very interesting.
And I also think with Darvish, he wants to win now.
Yeah, oh,
Cubs-
100% he wants to
Cubs
win.
give him the best chance of him doing that, not the Rangers.
Yeah.
Rangers aren't doing anything anytime soon.
No, that's 100% right. And so there's been a bunch of talk with the Yankees. A really, like, absolutely far-stretched, tinfoil hat trade that I've heard about. I don't think there's a chance that it happens. Is they've been talking to the Mets about Ellsbury with David Wright. No way, no pass. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Right, no.
But I'm just gonna throw it out there because I never know. Like, the guy's usually pretty good with his sources, so he's a pretty good. He's a reliable source. So when he says that they talked about it, I figured they did. And, like, it was just a pickup phone of how about Ellsbury for David Wright, and then they're just like, well, that's really a terrible idea for both of us. So let's not do
The
that.
Yankees would have to basically pay off Ellsbury's whole entire contract, so the investment comes with nothing, and they have to give up plenty of prospects in return for that. There's no way.
Yeah, this Ellsbury deal is really becoming the bane of their existence. It was a terrible deal when they signed it.
Oh yeah.
I really think that let me put that tinfoil hat back on there. I really think that was a deal that the ownership was like, bring him in. We need those jersey sales. We need those asses in the seats. Ellsbury's a big name. He's coming off a great year at Boston. He's always been our rival. Go get him. And
he has done nothing
Hal
since.
Steinbrenner, I honest to God, I really like the way Hal Steinbrenner's been talking this offseason. He's been like, look, my father, the way he built this team, you could go out there and win a team. You buy all the talent in the world, you can win these championships. I want to see if I can do it staying under the cap of $195 million. I think we can. And currently they're under the cap. So they're still trying to make moves. They're trying to get Ellsbury out of there. They're trying to bring a starting pitcher in. There's been some names. I think they're going to get a deal done eventually with starting pitcher. The big domino to fall is going to be Martinez.
Because how much more money do you got to play with?
What's that?
How much money do you got to play with still? Do you know, cap-wise, where they're at?
Well, no, because I just don't know because the way the Stanton deal works and there's payback with that. The way the arbitration's going right now, I'm not 100% sure how much under the cap they are. I believe they're probably like $6 million. I want to say Michael K said they're about $6 million under the cap. So that would be something to pay attention to. And I believe, I'm 100% sure, the New York Mets reported to camp today. So I think the Yankees did as well. I think the Yankees reported today. I'm not 100% sure. That would be something for someone to look up. But I can tell you who has been down there for the past 3 weeks.
Who?
Two little guys, probably haven't heard of. Aaron Judge, it looks like, and Gianni Carlos Stanton. So I don't know who those guys are. Some no-name guys, probably.
Yeah, probably.
But I forgot to tell you this. I was trying to tell you this before. I got sidetracked. I get very sidetracked. You know this. So this year they're making a little bit of I don't want to be like a spectacle, like a joke gimmick spectacle, but like they're allowing fans this year for spring training to come in during batting practice, so you can try and catch home runs from Stanton and Judge.
Didn't they always do that? I thought they always did.
No, so they would let you come in 2 hours before the game, and that's an hour. They let you come in once batting practice ends. Batting practice goes for an hour. So now they're gonna let you come in during batting practice so you can catch home runs.
They'll bump up some ticket sales right there.
Oh yeah, that's just like the entertainment factor.
Because you're gonna have Sanchez, Stan, and Judges bombing.
Yeah. Let me tell you something right now. This will probably never happen to me, but if something were to happen to me, I want you to do something for me. It's my last wish before I leave. If I can't make it to one of these Yankee games before the season ends, I want you to weekend at Bernie's me and take me to one of these Yankee games. So at least my body can go to the game and experience it. Because I like so badly I want to see this team. Like this is just the Bronx Bombers. Like this is the Bronx Bombers. Like these guys are about to lead the league in home runs and strikeouts.
Yeah, both carrying.
I cannot wait to see this team. Like I'm waiting to see the day that they play Houston. The great elite pitching of Houston versus this dominant hitting the Yankees.
They almost got them last in the playoffs.
I know.
And then that was without stats.
Yeah, I know. And like, imagine having them now. And like, I was listening to this show. I'm not gonna name the name. It was a show that was broadcast out of New York, and he was going on about how Didi Gregorius is terrible, and that if he wants $10 million, you tell him to walk. Let me tell you something. Didi Gregorius had the biggest shoes to fill out of anybody in the past 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
In New York.
In the whole league.
Anyone.
In the whole league.
Well, no, like, just think about it. in New York, like as a young guy, Jamal Adams didn't have not a lot of expectations. Porzingis got booed a lot, so he had some expectations. Odell didn't have a lot of expectations because he had Eli Manning. Eli Manning really didn't have he had some expectations with his brother, but this is a young guy who was traded from Arizona's, who was out of their farm system, coming into play Derek Jeter's position after Jeter left. And then he has to go to the old-timers game. He's telling all the old-timers, you're like, man, this guy better be the captain of this team. Like, this guy's got to be our leader. Like, think about the pressure you put on that guy. I love Didi. I think he's a beast. I think he's an all-star. I think he's one of the best shortstops in the league. And he's one of the best hitters against lefties. Statistically, he's one of the best. So why would you not have that?
Yeah, you need to
in a league where adding lefties is gonna mess you up, or adding a lefty on the mound is gonna mess up the lineup. You gotta have a guy like Didi who can hit that well against lefties.
Oh yeah.
And I don't even think that the Yankees are second guessing themselves. They're gonna they'll give him whatever he wants.
Oh, they better.
Oh, they're going to. They're going to. He was the first block to this rebuild. Oh, yeah. So that's definitely a thing. I love Didi. I think this team's going to be great. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of exciting things to see. Especially if you like watching home runs, slugs, you like all that, you're going to love to watch this Yankees team. And don't worry, they'll be all over national television. They'll be all over syndicated TV. They'll be every late night game because it's the MVP in this Yankees team with Aaron Judge facing off against God knows who with a final score of 14-2. 14. They're like football scores, just blowouts. Speaking of football, Frank Reich hired as the new Colts head coach.
Yep.
So all the vacancies have been filled. Let me just go over them real quick. Arizona brought in Steve Wilkes. He was promoted. Chicago brought in Matt Nagy, who's a disciple of Andy Reid. Detroit, Matt Patricia. You know Matt Patricia's from around here?
He is.
Yeah.
I can't remember where though. Not
He's from Central New York, but I was talking to somebody. They told me that he used to work right over here, in Syracuse. He used to work here as he worked one of the factory jobs. He's also a grad assistant at SU. Our grad assistants are better than our damn coaches because Tom Coughlin and Matt Patricia are our grad assistants. The Giants brought in Pat Shurmur. The Raiders brought back out of retirement Coach Gruden, which
You don't like it?
I love John Gruden. I really wanted to see Gruden's QB camp. Finally, a class of quarterbacks that people have been clamoring for. And I'm like, finally, Gruden's QB camp with real good quarterbacks that everyone's been clamoring for. I can't wait to see it. Nope, he's gone. They're saying too that Corona wants to bring in. They're asking fans who they want to bring in for the new coach hotline.
Okay.
Do you want to guess who the number one candidate is?
I have no idea.
Rex Ryan.
Oh, I should have saw that.
I would love a Rex Ryan, unfiltered Rex Ryan.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on. Don't you tell me you're a Pats fan, but don't tell me you did not think Rex Ryan was absolutely entertaining.
Oh, he's definitely entertaining.
And then the Titans brought in the linebacker coach and D coordinator out of the Texans, Mike Vrabel. I always mess the name up. Mike Vrabel. Vrabel. Okay. I always mess it up. So, what do you think about the Frank Reich deal? Do you like him more than TJ McDaniels?
Josh McDaniels?
Yeah.
Sure, because that means Josh McDaniels the same with the Patriots.
You realize that looks so bad on McDaniels. His career, literally, it looks so it's a black eye. Everyone around the league been saying it's a black eye,
I don't think he cares because he knows that he's gonna be coaching New England once Belichick leaves in a few years, and he's staying there until he retires.
What if New England screws him over? You know what? We're gonna give it to Matt Patricia's disciple, whoever's still there.
It's not gonna happen.
You never know, man. You never know.
No, because Josh McDaniels is going to have more control over the team now. Belichick is giving more access to the team, so it's going to be his team.
Because him and Brady McDaniels and Brady get along so swimmingly.
Brady's going to be gone when Belichick leaves, so it's not going to matter. So he has to be worried about.
I don't know. I mean, a lot of people say those two don't like each other, and one wants to outlast the other.
Well, McDaniels obviously want to outlast Brady. Brady has 3 years max left.
He says he wants to play for 5 more years.
They'll let him
play. They'll let him play as long as he wants to play. If he wants to be 65 years old out there playing, they'll let him do it.
Yeah, he's a fucking die before that happens.
Nah, he's pretty safe. He's only got 2 injuries his entire career.
The shoulder injury and the knee injury. That's about it.
Yeah, that's it. So I would take Reich over McDaniels. I thought this was an A+ slam dunk hire. Him and John DeFilippo, the 2 offensive minds, along with Peterson in Philadelphia. people have been trying to get Reich out. Like, they've been trying to get... I don't know why he hasn't been considered as a head coach now. But let me tell you what I really like about these head coaches. So, Wilkes, this will be his first year. Nagy, that's another guy to watch. I think Nagy's going to be huge. Nagy could be... I'm not trying to hype him up. Nagy could be someone like Sean McVay. Yeah. He really could be, because he's a young guy. He sat under the system for a long time. Really something to watch. Matt Patricia, I think that's the best signing. I love Matt Patricia.
Matt Patricia's awesome.
He's the best. He's got a fan that looks like him, too. I really hope that fan becomes a Lions fan, or you get Lions fans that go to the game looking like him. He shaved his beard, too. Did you see him?
Oh, he shaved.
He shaved his beard and got in a suit and everything. Pat Shurmur, that's the only one I don't like. I really don't like the Pat Shurmur signing.
No.
Gruden, I get it. I like it. It's a sexy signing. You got him back.
They're
10 years.
They're trying to fill up the stadium now.
And Mike Vrabel. But here's the thing. Titans with Vrabel. Patricia with Detroit. Nagy with Chicago. Wilkes with Arizona. Those are all first-year coaches.
Yeah.
First-time, first-year coaches. I love that. I'm sick of seeing the same guys bounce around the league, get head coaching jobs. It's like, to me, it's boring. Like, Greg Williams, like right now, the Cleveland's two coordinators, Greg Williams and Todd Haley. What could you possibly get out of those two? Both of them, you know what you're getting. You know what you're gonna get. Nothing special.
Right.
You're just gonna get the same. Oh, Todd Haley does. Yeah, you'll get like a above 500 offense possibly. With Greg Williams, maybe the defense will work it out. And you got a good defense that could work. Like there's no risk. I mean, I like to see the risk get taken. Like I like someone take the chance. Like look at McVay. Look how smart they were bringing in McVay.
And they're one of the most potent offenses in the league.
Oh, by the bust off. They were the high scoring offense last season. Then you had Peterson, new guy, first year coaching. Yeah. Look at the offense. He overhauled this offense. It was looking phenomenal. It was great. Like I like having new coaches. Like I get sick of seeing the same guys, like the Jim Caldwells and the Norv Turners. And like Pat Shurmur, a lot of people don't like him. Like a lot of people think he's a strict guy. He's rude to the team. So you already got a team that hated their coach before, and they thought the coach was a dick.
And now
and the GM they think, and a lot of people think the GM's a dick. And now you're coming into a coach who's a dick. So what a great way to. And same thing with Cleveland. People like Hugh Jackson. A lot of people think Todd Haley's a dick, and people hate Greg Williams because they think he's a dick. Mind you, Greg Williams, I don't know if you remember him. Do you know why that name sounds so familiar?
No.
He's the bounty guy from New Orleans. Remember the bounty scandal?
That's what that is.
Yeah, it was centered around him. So, I mean, I love seeing new hires. So, speaking of new, let's go into some rumors, too, also with the NFL that's been going on. So, I've been, doing a little bit of some digging. Saw some names that could be on the block, could not be on the block. Saw some rumors I wanted to talk about. Do you want to go with the whole league first, or do you want me to start with my Jets?
Go with the Jets.
You want me to go with my Jets first? Okay.
I'll let you do your Jets.
You let me go with my Jets? I also this thing too. Okay, let me get one more thing, and I swear to God I'll get to the Jets. Bleacher Report's got this most overrated drafts prospects article they just put up. I swear to God, if Minka Fitzpatrick is on this list, I'm just gonna have an aneurysm. I do not get why people hate Minka Fitzpatrick so much. I really think he's like the safest pick in the top 5, other than Saquon. I think him and Saquon are the best top 5 picks in this draft. I really don't see the hate that he gets. To me, he's Jalen Ramsey all over again. Everyone's like, oh, he's a safety. He's a safety. He's a safety. At best, he could be a nickel guy. No, he's not. He's a dominant ball guy who's got good IQ. He's smart. He's been under the Saban system for 4 years. Why is everyone crap on this guy? He's nothing like D. Milner. Believe me, I know D. Milner. I watch D. Milner. I have a D. Milner jersey. I love D. Milner. This guy is nothing like D. Milner. Way better than D. Milner. This guy can backpedal. This guy's got good ball skills. This guy's got good eyesight. He's got a good eye for the ball. I should say not good eyesight. He's got a good eye for the ball. He knows how to make good plays, and he doesn't have a bunch of injury history. But alas, let's put that down. We'll get back to it here because he's in the Jets and stuff. So, following a bunch of stuff that ESPN writer Rich Cimini's been reporting. A couple of my Brian Costello's been reporting this too, Minnie Schmidt, and a couple other reports from some Jets writers. So, number one, the Jets are expected to have interest in cornerback Malcolm Butler. I think if they offer him enough money, 100%, I think he hates the Patriots. I think if the Jets offer him money, he'll go.
any sort of money, I think you'll sign with them. Because come on, you completely got screwed out playing the Super Bowl, and you want to get back at them.
Then here's the other one. If the Jets are able to sign Kirk Cousins in free agency, Samini says that the Jets would take Alabama DB. He's a corner, but I'll take DB. That's fine. As long as it doesn't say safety. I hate people calling him safety. He played safety like 12% of his snaps. And then all of a sudden he's a safety. Alabama DB, Minka Fitzpatrick. I would love it.
Could you imagine?
Malcolm Butler, Kirk Cousins, and Minka Fitzpatrick. I'll have a heart attack and die. That's what I'm going to do if that happens. Wow. So Rich Samini's reporting that Robbie Anderson expected to receive a 1-game suspension for his off-season arrest. Do you remember what he did? Do we need to go into it? I'll tell you if you want me to.
I don't remember.
So he got arrested, speeding way too fast.
Was it DUI or something?
No, and then he threatened to sexually assault the arresting officer's wife. I think that's going to be way more than 1-game suspension. He got arrested, then they got a bunch of charges on him. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the Jets are trying to cut him or trade him. Samini thinks there's a pretty good chance the Jets will reach out to Eagles about a potential trade for, Nick Foles this offseason. Although Samini doesn't think the Philadelphia would trade him for less than a second-round pick, he can't see the Jets offering that much. I swear to God, if we strike out on Kirk and they're like, best chance after that's Nick Foles, I'll blow my brains out. Then here's the other one. Foles is overrated. Yes, he's overrated. Come on, he is. He's gonna be like the only Super Bowl MVP in like 3 years. Is gonna be out of the league.
Yep. So
then here's the other one. Samini reports former second-round wide receiver Devin Smith is facing long odds of getting another shot with the Jets, but it will come down to how his injury history is. I don't even think he's with the team. Half the reporters saying he is, half the team saying he's not. They cut him in the beginning of the year. I don't think they put him on IR. And then they're not going to bring him in because you got Anunua coming back. This isn't the best wide receiver class, but now that there's no Syracuse player got an invite this time, the combine. So I honestly will see them working out like Ish and bringing Ish in instead. I honestly am really surprised that Zaire Franklin did not get a combine invite.
Not even Ishmael or whatever his name is?
Steve Ishmael, Paris Bennett, and Zaire Franklin. I think all three of them deserved it. Even Jamar McGloster, who was a Senior Bowl invite, but he got hurt, so I don't know if that's why they didn't invite him. But I think they should have brought in somebody. There was enough talent to bring somebody in.
Right. Ishmael was amazing.
I thought he was a really good possession receiver. He had some ups and downs. But still, if Amba Adatawa got an invite, I think he should have got an invite. I think Zaire Franklin should have got an invite because he's consistently been in the all first or all second ACC defense linebacking core. Yeah. So I think he's probably going to be undrafted, and whoever gets him is going to be a steal. I can see that happening. So let's go into the rumors. That's what I got for the Jets right now. So, a couple rumors coming out of Kansas City. Tamba Ali and Derek Johnson are on the block. Will be cut if not dealt. That'll be a really big deal, I think. I think they'll be going to contenders, Raiders.
After saying that, no one's going to trade for him. They're just waiting for him to cut him.
Yeah. Well, a lot of teams don't even want to trade anymore because, you can let him walk and you get a better compensatory pick than just trading him. So that was the big thing with Sheldon Richardson for the Jets. When they were shopping him, they wanted more than a 3rd-round pick because if they just let him walk, they got a 3rd-round pick.
Okay.
So that's why the Seahawks were like, we'll give you a 2nd and Jermaine Kearse. I'm like, woohoo! That's the best deal ever. Talk about a steal. My favorite player on a D-line, Damon Big Snacks Harrison on the block. The Giants are strapped to cap. They are strapped at cap. They are running out. They got no space.
How? They have no one on their team.
Janoris Jenkins has a huge contract. Olivier Vern's got a huge contract. Eli's got a huge contract.
And Beckham.
No, what else is still on? I think he's still on a rookie deal.
He is?
I believe he is. He might not be. I don't believe. But a lot of the money's in the defense.
Well, the defense
Big Snacks,
is the defense any good?
No, it's not. And Big Snacks makes $11 million a year as a D tackle.
Really?
Yeah. To me, a lot of teams that have that excess cap, I think would make a move for him. I think he's going to be dealt. I think he'll be dealt draft night. I really do think that could happen. There's been some mumblings about it. I think the only way he gets dealt is draft night because he's got an $11 million cap hit. I don't think teams aren't going to want him unless a team like maybe the Jets or the Vikings, but he doesn't fit the Vikings scheme that well. Maybe the Broncos, but he doesn't fit the Broncos scheme that well. Maybe the Niners, depending on how much cap they got, which, do you want to go into the Garoppolo deal?
Oh, man. I can't believe they gave him that much money. That was
huge. I mean, that was talk about blowing a budget. Like that was way too much.
He did go 5-0 though in his first 5 games in San Fran. But you
measure
that dude off of
so
that?
I'll say this. I mean, I can get them way over maxing them. I really would have thought they would have franchise tagged him once though.
Right.
Because like,
what was he bust? Like, what was his huge bust?
Well, see, the thing is like they're protected, I guess, because like a lot of their teams have rookie deals. It's like they're starting with Solomon Thomas. He is their first rebuilding block. He's on a 5-year deal. So going forward for the next 5 years, rookie deals.
Right.
For their young players, they're gonna be developing. So I guess their logic is they've got the space because their best players are gonna be on rookie deals for 5 years. Garoppolo's got a 5-year deal.
But players never perform.
Let me ask you
well as like season after they get their max contract deals or big money deals, they never perform as well as they did without those deals.
Oh yeah. Let me ask you this: what do you think is a bigger albatross deal, Jimmy Garoppolo or Alex Smith?
Probably Alex Smith.
Yeah, that was a terrible deal.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was so bad. If they didn't have Alex Smith, the Redskins, if they just went without Kirk Cousins and no quarterback, they would literally be in the competition for Chris Bosa. They'd be in full tank mode to not win a damn game. Like the Redskins just cannot get out of their own way. And then they trade. Here's what I don't get: they trade for him, and then they give him like $10 million less than what it would take to keep Cousins. They give him like 20-something million. Cousins would take like 30 million. Like just such a dumb deal. And you know how old he's gonna be when the deal ends?
It's like what, 39 or something?
40. He'd be 40 years old. He's not that good as it is right now at 36 or 35. Why do you think he's gonna be great at 40? But no, the 30-year-old guy that wants just a little bit more. Nah, we'll pass. No thanks, brah.
Kirk Cousins is like Washington's version of Tyrod Taylor.
Kirk Cousins and Tyrod Taylor have so much in common. Everybody except for the fan base loves them.
Right.
Bills fans hate Tyrod Taylor.
For some reason.
I wouldn't say all Bills fans, but like when I was working at the station, there was a lot of Bills fans that hate Tyrod Taylor. Like when they heard Peterman was coming, they're like, yeah, bring in Peterman.
That throws 5 picks in 1 half.
Yeah. He threw, like I looked at the stats with the 5 picks and the 4 catches, he literally threw 2 incompletions the first half. Just 5 of them were completions to the other team. So like literally that was crazy. And then like I'm sorry, I feel so bad for the Bills because like I really do like I like to see the Bills win because like it makes people happy around here.
Yeah.
I prefer the Jets to win because that's my team. But like if the Jets can't win, I'll root for some Bills. Or actually no, I root for the Vikings #1 because I like Teddy Bridgewater. Latavius Murray's from Onondaga, so I always pull for them.
Bridgewater's not going to be playing though.
Bridgewater's actually they think he's going to be leaving.
I think he's a free agent now. He's a
yes,
free agent, right?
because they didn't put in the 5th-year option because they were worried about him.
Okay, because that's another option for the Jets.
Yeah. Oh, this quarterback class is huge. This is the year of the quarterback. You've got these stud quarterbacks that are going to be free agents.
Right.
Then you've got all these QBs that are going to be on the market. Keenum, Kirk Cousins, Teddy Bridgewater, Drew Brees.
So if you can't sign a quarterback, you can draft a quarterback.
Yeah. Just don't trade for one. Don't trade for Nick Foles. Like Tyrod will be a free agent. I expect Tyrod to be a free agent. I think they'll cut him.
Oh yeah.
Because that deal just screams cut me, save $8 million and cut me.
Right.
Because if they had no intentions of cutting him, they wouldn't have restructured that deal.
Right.
And a lot of people think that Kirk Cousins will be going to Jacksonville. I was talking about this with Matt.
Jacksonville likes Bortles.
He's got his contract's guaranteed because of the surgery.
Who? Tyrod or
Cousins or not? Excuse me. Bortles. Yeah, Bortles. Bortles has the same deal that Tyrod had. If he can't pass a physical by March 3rd, his full contract is guaranteed. It's an injury thing.
Okay.
Which he's not going to pass a physical coming off arm surgery.
Bortles had arm surgery?
Yeah, he got surgery right after their game.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I think it was wrist or arm surgery. But that contract's going to be fully guaranteed now. So I mean, are you going to waste all of your cap on 2 guys? I mean, I just don't think that's going to be. You got a team that's this close. That was 1 game out of the Super Bowl. Right. Just a couple bad mistakes, and it's going to be like, hey, let's just throw all that in the trash and bring in Kirk Cousins and just kind of put a default on this year.
Like the locker room is behind Bortles. I think he has like full control of the locker room. I think people like him, so I think he's going to stay.
Yeah, Blake Bortles underwent surgery on his right wrist January 30th, so I don't think he's going to be passing any physicals anytime soon.
Unless it's like a very minor operation where he can come back and somehow pass his physical.
Damn, Chair's wrestling me out here. Chair wants to wrestle. You got a gimmick here. So going to that though, because we're talking about deadlines, I do want to bring up these deadlines just so we know. But so February 20th is the first time, is the beginning day to start franchise tagging.
Okay.
March 6th is the last day, so that's the deadline to tag. So that's going to be something huge to see. That could be, I think, what they'll do with Butler is they could tag him and trade him, but like it's just so hard to move a guy to tag and trade.
Why?
Like Jarvis Landry, because it's just a 1-year deal.
So there's no guarantee that he's going to stay with that team.
Exactly, and then it's like it's harder. It's like, imagine this.
Unless you can like get him to sign an extension or something.
Because like this guy's got no say in where it goes. So you can, like, let's say you're bringing in, like, let's say you're Malcolm Butler. You get tagged and they trade you to Kansas City. So let's just say Kansas. Oh no, let's pick some arena team. Let's say Tennessee. He hates Tennessee. He hates everything about Tennessee. He hates the defense. He hates the players. He hates it. But they trade him regardless.
Right.
As Tennessee, you gave up all those assets, and you got him for 1 year.
For 1 year.
But he hates it there, so he's just going to leave
So
when the
he'll
season
leave
ends.
anyway, so it's
Not that he hates Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee's it's an up-and-coming team, I think.
Right.
I think they're going to be something fun and exciting to watch with Mariota. But like that's just an example. And that's what I think they're going to. Jarvis and Allen Robinson are the same way. More of Jarvis than Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson's a free agent. They're going to have to backload the money. They're going to have to back up the truck for him. I personally think, though, that I think Robinson or Landry will wait to see where Cousins goes.
And then follow him.
I think they could. I think they honestly could. Because, I mean, if you're Jarvis Landry, you might be taking a small contract, you could be taking a big contract, but, like, it's going to be important to know who you're throwing to, right?
Right.
It's like, oh, hey, I'm interested in the Jets because they're going to offer me all this money, or I'm interested in San Fran because they're going to offer me all this money. Who's throwing it to me? Okay, Garoppolo's throwing it to me. Okay, I'll sign there. I like him. He's got some talent.
Right.
But it's like, all right, I'm going to sign here. Who's your QB in Cleveland? And it's like, it's going to be whoever we pick at first. We don't know yet. It's like, that's great security, so I know who I'm getting involved with. I don't want to deal with that. I want someone like Cousins throwing me the ball. And a team like this team, I think Cousins is going to be a lot of people's thing. It's going to be like, okay, I'll go there if Cousins goes there. I think another one was that Jimmy Graham is looking at Texas, or Houston's looking to recruit Jimmy Graham to play for the Texans. Imagine Jimmy Graham, Deshaun Watson, and DeAndre Hopkins.
Oh man,
what a scary trio that would be.
That's gonna be something. Or what happens if Gronk retires and he goes to New England?
I'll shoot myself. I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, that'd be pretty scary. That'd be scary. I think he's gonna retire because there was someone offered him a movie role, big time movie role.
Rock and Sylvester Stallone.
No, they talked to him. That somebody actually offered him a movie role for a Marvel superhero or a DC superhero.
I can see that.
No. Oh God, his name's escaping me right now. The Michael Bay offered him a deal for Lobo, for the Lobo film. Lobo's been a hero that DC's been trying to make for a long, long time, and they said they'd cast him. That'd be huge.
That'd be a huge deal.
That'd be a huge deal. He'd make a big buck. He'd make a big buck.
Oh, he would.
And he doesn't have to put his body on the line. And everyone's like, he's gonna go be a pro wrestler. He's not gonna be a pro wrestler. No. I can guarantee that. He'll do a couple WrestleMania appearances where body slams some guys, rips off his shirt again, pours some beer on somebody, and then he's gonna leave. He's not gonna be a full time wrestler like Ronda Rousey is.
No.
But yeah, there's a bunch of rumors. Another one that's interesting is Aqib Talib. So he's got a $12 million cap. I think he's got 2 years left on his deal. He's someone that you could see on the move. I like the guy. He's just got a terrible attitude from what everybody says.
Oh, he does, yeah.
Like he's always got to fight Michael Crabtree. So I mean, you bring him in the division, you better be careful because it's 2 times a year he could get a suspension.
Right.
So when
he was in New England, he kind of kept it low key though. But once you're in New England, everyone keeps it low key.
Yeah. Everyone keeps their annoyingness low key.
Yep. Like
Matt Castle. Just the worst guy ever to deal with, Matt Castle, right?
Yeah, that's right.
No, Matt Castle's cool. And then I should also say this too: 227 to 3.5. That's when the rumors are going to start kicking up. because then you'll start having that, because that's when you're going to have teams looking at players, and that's when the rumors are really going to start swirling. The scouting combine.
Yeah.
The most wonderful time of the year. Cue the Christmas music if I could find it. It's the best time of the year. 40s, bench press, field drills, all of it. I cannot wait. Mike Mayock, Rich Eisen, calling the combine. The best in the biz.
When's the draft?
The draft? Oh, that was the one day I didn't get. You had to ask me the one day I didn't look up.
Like April, I'm gonna say 20 or something.
Yeah, it's pretty late. They're trying to make football like a full year-round spectacle. April 26th to Saturday, April 28th.
26 and 28. That's later than normal.
Yeah, they're moving it farther back. They're trying to. Well, they're moving. They're trying to make. They're messing with it. They're always trying to mess with it. So they're trying to make it a full year-round thing. But that's the other thing too, is that the new league year starts a little after the combine. So the new league year begins March 14th, I believe. Is it 14th? Yes, 14th at 4 o'clock is when the new league year starts.
That means people start signing free agent deals, things like that, or
so they can negotiate between the 12th and the 14th. They can negotiate.
Okay.
It's not supposed to be big time stuff, but like you're only supposed to talk to them twice.
Okay.
But like they do it anyway, and I don't. Everyone throws up arms like it's tampering. Not really, because like they've already had most of the stuff already ironed out.
Right.
But the 12th to the 14th, you can start talking to guys. The 14th at 4 o'clock is when the new league year starts, and you can start signing guys.
Okay.
But until then, you can't talk to guys.
Gotcha. But wouldn't you wait until after the draft so you get in the draft and then start signing people? You know what I mean? Like
no, because once the new league, you build a team. So the NBA is a little bit different. You build your team. You draft the best player available first most of the time, and then you take that and you go into free agency with it. With the NFL, you get the players you want. Especially, it's great. I like it this way because it's good for teams that are trying to win now.
right.
You sign your free agents that you need to, and then you can draft whatever you want after. I think it's good because like the perfect example of Samini, the Jets need corners, and imagine they strike out at every position of corner. They can't get one. Then Minka, they get Minka at 6.
Okay.
Like imagine like it's the other way around. Like oh yeah, we drafted Minka, but Malcolm Butler says he'll come here for $5 million a year because he hates the Patriots that much. It's like great. We wasted like we could have utilized that pick better, knowing what was going to happen after. Because with a pick you select, so like you just have a talent pool left, and you can trade picks. So it's like all right, like imagine you're the Jets. It's like oh, out of some random thing, Sam Darnold falls to 6. You could call like Buffalo. You could call teams and be like, hey, we already got Kirk Cousins, so we really don't need this pick. What's your offer?
Right.
And you can make some
up?
capital out of it. You know what I'm saying? So, I always love the draft. It's my favorite time. Fun fact: I saw the movie Draft Day 6 times.
6 times.
I think it's a travesty, that film. Travesty. Like I watch it. So, have you ever watched it?
No.
The Browns make 3D. The Browns are apparently the greatest GM of all time. He turns like his first round picks of 2 years, his 2 years of seconds, and his 2 years of thirds into 3 first round picks. 2 of them are top 5. And then like a special teams guy. So he literally, and then like the big thing is like this quarterback that they need so badly. And all of a sudden it takes the draft day to realize that the guy can't handle pressure. Once he gets hit, he does terrible after he gets hit. You're telling me a scout couldn't have figured that out in the first week of his collegiate career?
This is a movie, right?
Yeah, it's a movie. Of the Brown, it's supposed to be about the NFL draft.
Centered around the Browns.
Yeah, the Browns GM. Kevin Costner's the Browns GM. It's pretty weird. So like another one is it's like there's a running back who is played by Arian Foster, young running back, rookie Arian Foster. Let that sink in. The guy's out of the league. He's super old now. This was like 3 years ago. This movie came out. This was the year this film came out. The Browns tried to do it in real life, and they drafted like Manziel, Justin Gilbert, and I forgot who the other guy was that they drafted that year in the first round.
Look how that turned out.
Yeah. Look how that turned out. It didn't turn out well. That's why
Speaking of Manziel, did you see that he recently got diagnosed with bipolar disorder?
I wonder if that. I'm guessing that's just like his justification to try and get in the XFL. Like that's gonna be like, hey, let me into the XFL.
I thought you can't be in the XFL.
No, you can't. But I mean, you forget this is Vince McMahon that runs the thing. I'm a wrestling fan, so I know all about Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon will go back on whatever he says.
I think he's trying to get back in that.
Like he says, oh, we will not have guys that are criminals. But his star guy, Roman Reigns, people have been saying for years, they do not want Roman Reigns winning anymore. They do not want it. And they keep giving it to him. And then, not to add fuel to the fire here, and I know it's a bunch of ifs and buts, and nothing's confirmed. There was a huge steroid scandal with a gym down in Tampa last year, and one of the guys that got arrested because they were selling drugs and steroids at this gym. So the informant introduced the guy who was selling all the steroids and drugs to Roman Reigns. So literally, the guy was like, "Yeah, the informant introduced me to Roman, and then Roman bought roids from me." He named Roman, Mark Wahlberg, and he named
Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, and he named Josh Duhamel.
That name does not sound familiar.
He was in Transformers, and he was also, I believe he's Cable in the new Deadpool film. I'm not 100% sure. I think he is. And he has that new commercial with Taco Bell where he's the fry guy, where he gets killed by McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's that. Yeah, you ever seen that? Yeah. So, Cam, any last words today?
All-Star break this weekend.
Yep, that's gonna be
Dunk
exciting.
contest.
Dunk contest.
New format for All-Star teams, so they all got drafted.
Yeah, the new format. If you're on LeBron's team, you blow out your career. You blow out your year that you just get hurt. Anything else?
That'll be interesting to watch.
That will be. It'll be fun to watch. It's always fun to watch that. I like watching the skill challenge, the 3-point contest. It's fun.
Why not?
Exactly. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for us this week, and we'll be back. I'll be back Monday because you can't do the show, right?
No, I won't be
Okay,
here Monday.
so I'm gonna try my best. I want to start doing live shows, so I don't know when I'm gonna start doing that. I'm thinking I'm gonna start like either Wednesday or next Wednesday. Start doing like a live show just for fun, and then probably try to upload it later. But I think Mondays are a good day. We can do these.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so well, that's been all the above, and until next time, it's been our pleasure to serve you.